All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Wotakoi,
Season 1, Episode 11.
Ko was introduced, and she is adorable and super cute.
Yes,
and now we have a third relationship. We have a third couple.
We do.
Okay.
We could have a throuple date. You know?
A throuple date, yes.
Throuple date.
But there's some information that has not been communicated.
Mm-hmm.
One, well, not all parties involved know that Ko is a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Two, definitely not all parties involved know that Ko is maybe in love with now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now there's been some developments.
Indeed,
You know,
they are now practicing multiplayer.
Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a wholesome kind of like re-grasping or just reaffirming some things of his childhood, of being able to now bond with someone through this method, and yes. Yeah. Who knows where it could go from here?
I thought that we had some pretty opposite like people in relationships and stuff before now. But no, this is like a whole new level of like opposite.
And I'm really glad that we're finally getting, with regards to the non-normie characters, someone that is socially anxious in a way that is, you know, that is portrayed in this
right.
way.
We've had plenty of like wish fulfillment with just how wonderfully functioning these nerds are. But now we have, you know, a bit of a different side of things.
Oh, a little bit of a more relatable side of things, too.
It's basically just everyone after 2020, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. What's multiplayer?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh. Look at them being all domestic and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, to be young.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just that bit of
thinking of an idea of an activity they could do.
Oh.
Wait, their backstory.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh my god. Yes.
Oh my god. All the memories in widescreen. It's like an homage to like the manga backstory black borders, you know?
Right.
He's like, I want to go just with you.
He's like, wait, what did I do? What did I say?
Oh my gosh, she looks so nice!
Yeah. Special occasion.
Bastard!
There's no way he's gonna react like that.
Yeah.
No, not a snowball's chance in hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Wow. Wow.
He's not even there.
No, he's playing a game. He's not gonna answer his. He's no-lifing it. It's gonna stink.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Yep.
No, he just fell asleep.
Yeah. He played games all night.
Yeah.
Floor seems like a comfortable spot.
Oh. Yep. Hint number 1.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
He's still
dressed.
dressed.
It's like it's a murder mystery.
It's all clean.
Oh.
Exactly. He's no-lifing it. That's true, but yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was so cute.
Yeah. Yeah, mix in the bacon and onions.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
Oh. Live cooking with Nana. She's vicariously.
Now he's listening too.
Yeah. Ah. Yes. Yes. Naked. Ah, yes! The logo, I love it. Oh, oh. Of course.
I mean, I don't. That's.
It's like,
I get
is my
being
hair
nervous,
that
but
nice?
pretty sweet deal. Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like short work.
her noises. Oh my god. Yeah. That's the good stuff. Naru gave the recommendations. Wow.
And she hadn't even read it before. It was just, this looks good.
Oh, she spits it out quickly. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. You kinda did.
Trade. Read some of each other's stuff.
In a previous life. Look at all this stuff. Yeah, Naru, yeah. Wow. Oh, I love it. Oh. He's like, you're unraveling me. Right. I like to share things with others, you know? And I'd love to share this thing specifically with you.
She straight up has an Arrow Manga
Yeah.
poster.
Might be his, actually.
That's a fair point.
Good. And he...
なんで塩コショウ使わないの？俺普段使わないから。なんでベーコンとネギが冷蔵庫にあったのさ。
Oh wait, then how do you eat?
So he just didn't have any food.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh no. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
A date to the store to buy you some basic living stuff. Right. Jesus, man. Ah! Just sudden arrival. Mm-hmm. Oh.
ログインしてないみたいだったから気になってて。
それがさ、長い休みの時ってパソコン借りに行って邪魔したくないんだよね。
He doesn't have one.
Yeah.
途中ってバイト減っちゃうから。
Wow.
ネトゲに飽きちゃったのかと。
Tired of me.
もっと上手くなりたいから。
これよかったら。自分なりに考えた。
Is it a
like
guide?
A gaming guide? Yeah.
Oh, it's a game guide. Yes. And she made it. Oh. Yes. 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 I love it.
デートっていうか、
Oh.
これ。
デート兼散歩兼リハビリ。
Ah.
ずっと引きこもってたんだから。
Combo three-parter.
言わずにしっかり歩いて。近所にこんな公園あった。
Yes. Get on the swings.
初めて来た。ナルミ丼謎のノスタルジー。
いや、懐かしいは懐かしいでしょ。あのブランコとかさ、ちっちゃい鉄棒とかさ。
なかったな。
You had a
だから
sibling.
家族でキャンプ行こうって話断ってたもんね。
Oh.
ゲームやりまくれるチャンスだったし。
Ah,
おじさん
sure.
たち結構へこんでたよ。
ナオが俺の分までちゃんと楽しんでくれてたから大丈夫。
私は弘隆の気持ちもわからないじゃなかったけどね。
ナルミ普通に外で遊ぶの好きだったじゃん。
でも家でのんびり漫画読んで最高じゃん。そういう意味では今もやってること一緒だね。
変わんないんだよな。好きなもんって。
それが
Oh.
いいよ。これで10連引ける。
こっちはまだ石足りんわ。
They're playing Okamon Pay Oge.
弘隆、今すぐ帰んぞ。
カメラマンさん、打ち上げ場所まで確保っと。今回は10人超えの大型合わ
Oh,
せ。
sweet.
昨日より200円安くなってっけどどうするかな。
$2
Yeah.
different.
待てば。
出番。また今度。
Oh my god. Oh my god. That is amazing.
Incredible.
急にどうして。
今日私の推し声優がゴールデンのバラエティ
Oh.
番組初めて
Okay. Oh.
映画もしてるけど絶対生で見なくちゃ。
Ah.
でも俺も
やだ。弘隆と一緒に見たい。
うもう一食なんか作ってね。
任せとけ。番組見てからちゃんと買い物行って。
I have no energy, but oh, now I'm motivated. Hey, that was amazing. That was incredible. That was so good. I love it. Oh, wow. Oh, that was so perfect. All right, I'm motivated. Oh, no, can't do it. All right, and then after this, the OVAs. Oh.
Yep. Oh wait, this was the last episode?
Of the show proper, yeah. And 2 OVAs.
They cut away from the scene where Narumi saw Hirotaka naked, but the phone was on. There's a possibility
No.
that they might have forgotten.
No.
Kabakura and Hanako are just like, deet, hang up. Okay.
No, she was in like take care of him mode.
Oh
not-
yeah, no,
not that.
and that was might have been the first time she had actually seen him naked.
Oh, that was definitely the first time. There's no way. Oh.
初恋っていつだった？
I don't know, Narumi.
少女漫画のなんです。
しかしそういう話は女同士の時にやってくれよ。
俺もその手の話題ってよくわかんない。
じゃあ二次元での初恋は？
Oh, immediately they know.
先
おとなしい。
生。勇気。
Yes.
昔は年上のお姉さん
あ
がほっといてくれ。
そういえば弘隆くんこそもっと色っぽいキャラじゃなかったの？
俺にだって純粋だった時代は
Mm.
バイ星人なわけじゃない。
So he acknowledges it as a
そんなすまし
corruption.
顔で言われても
Yes.
戸惑うわ。
Sage.
好みと言っても
じゃあ今の好みは？
天海祐希。
Same.
初恋っていつだった？
何いきなり幼稚園の時
あー
の先生だったかな。
Oh,
その先
that's
生
so
は
sweet.
好かれててもちろん先生はもう結婚してたんだけど。
まあ初恋は叶わないものだからね。
And then Sakuraki's gonna.
兄ちゃんの初恋は叶ったよね。
余計なこと言ったらお前どうなるか分かってる。
だったっけ？ほほう。
ごめん。
Oh,
さっきの見たか。
何？
Who was your first
先
love?
生でやましいことを考えたりは。
してない。とも言い切れない。
No, that was a
That's-
cool
that's
little,
awesome.
little epilogue bit
Yeah,
there. That was really
love it.
sweet.
All right, that was
Okay.
a really wholesome episode.
That was super sweet,
It
and
was really, really sweet.
and that is the end of the first season.
End of the
officially.
first season, yeah.
Okay.
We will be doing the OVAs, guys, both
Right.
of them. Don't worry.
This is one of those shows where, because you have the slice of life elements with the plot being mostly just, hey, let's just see these people in their couple situations just hanging out.
Yep.
And they're each at different levels of being a couple.
Right.
It means that the conflict is more so within each individual character wrestling with where they're at in their, dynamic of the couple.
Sure.
So it's cool seeing characters like Hanako, for instance, kind of looking on in a kind of a wistful, nostalgic way at the young couples,
Right.
The young students going out and, having their
After-school
fun
club.
times. Yeah, exactly. Their shared activity.
Right.
And being like, I would love to share activities a little bit more with Kabakura, but, he's got some insecurities in some certain areas.
Yep.
And I loved the way Kabakura was like, hey, like,
What's going on? Like, yeah.
well, that, but also just like, stop, don't say it out loud.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Right. Yes.
You know me so well after all these years that you could unravel me psychologically.
I know you can do that. You know you can do that.
We don't need to bring it up.
We don't need to actually do that. Yeah, and I gotta say, the sort of general relaxed beginning for this episode, I really appreciated that tone in general. Like, since this show is very much sort of like a comfy, just like adorkable couples being adorkable and doing their whole
boyfriend
girlfriend thing. I love it. And the background track at the beginning was a nice way to sort of just sort of lead into that and whatnot, because you don't necessarily need to have a ton of conflict. It's just hey, we're hanging out, having sort of a lazy afternoon, Oh, you want to do this? Sure. We can go with the others.
Wait, what? What's going on?
Yeah. Love it.
Oh, it's great.
Good stuff.
The closest thing we had to the conflict was Hirotaka almost died of starvation, because
and then Narumi
he
goes,
no-lifed his video game to the point where he just passed out, tired, and, hungry.
Yep. And
in his kitchen.
And Narumi then goes on, all right, murder investigation. Let's see what... Oh, no, I can...
It's very clear. The hints are very obvious.
Yeah, it doesn't take a genius to figure this out. And turns out the 2 food items that were in his fridge weren't even even his.
He didn't even
it was
buy
stuff
them.
that Nao got for him.
So our guy just eats out.
Yeah. I mean, he has those little, like, protein bar things,
That's right.
that he has on, like, lunch break and stuff, which I gotta say, there's a part of me that really resonates with that, where it's is this food... Technically,
it provides sustenance.
It provides sustenance,
I eat it and then I digest it.
Right. It won't be like a health problem if I were to just eat this. So
right.
So I kind of do,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need to cook or anything like that. It's okay.
And then you invite people over, or you're like, would you like to eat with me? And they're like, what?
Yeah, we'll get takeout, And then there you go. Yeah.
Problem solved. Yeah. It's the kind of thing where you're like, oh no, I'm going to hang out with a group of people and they asked me to bring some food.
What can I pass off as my own cooking?
Yeah. Like you grab some instant brownies and you make them, and then you're like, haha, I brought brownies. And they're like, wow, thank you. And you're
oh my God. We can joke about this, but the thing is, that's what, like, most of the time when I go to that's what people do.
Yeah.
Like, and to the point where if someone actually makes something themselves, 1, oftentimes it's not as good because they don't know what they're doing. But 2, sometimes, and if it is good, people will be like, wow, something homemade.
Oh my God.
This
and
wasn't just bought at a
amazing.
store. Like, yeah, what's going on?
Right.
Who are you?
Like, I got so excited when I was able to make, like salads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's
My family
no
has
prep
a dope
really.
Caesar salad.
There's no prep really at all.
Nope.
You just throw the food into the bowl and you mix it up.
Mash it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But from my mind, I'm like, I made a dressing that was good.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I am incredible.
I'm a god, basically. Yeah.
I made bacon that was perfectly golden brown.
Hey, that's something to be proud of.
That is something to be proud of.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a wicked way of making eggs too.
Oh yes.
Really,
I love
cool.
eggs. Breakfast food in general.
Breakfast food in general.
I can't.
But that's not
will
also real
subsist on
cooking
that.
either.
Well,
I know what you mean. Yeah, but it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
But oh my god, the way in which you could tell Narumi was insecure about the idea of coming over and making him something, because there's the stereotypical role that she's like, oh, if I'm a girlfriend, then I should cook for him. And it's like, well, okay, but you might not be good at cooking. You might not like cooking.
And maybe he should learn also how to take care of
himself,
because
so you're not ending up a mother for him.
Because the stuff that Now is doing, it was cute seeing Narumi get like jealous of like, hey, hold on, I want to do that, right? But at the same time, it was pretty extensive. It's like, and I think it was actually Hirotaka that was like, that's just being a mother, like that's not girlfriend stuff.
No, that was Kabakura.
That was Kabakura that said that. Yeah, that's right.
I'm like, why would he say that about?
Yeah, no, that wouldn't make sense.
He's like, no, keep cooking. This is amazing.
Right. Actual food. Yeah.
And she's like, I'll cook you my special dinner, and he gets all motivated.
Right. And then immediately can't run very far.
Nope. Yeah. I mean, he never went outside. He's that kind of otaku.
Indeed,
like,
that kind
I
of
have
otaku.
I have great physical, stature and appearance and stuff, but I have no actual muscle underneath this.
Running, that is something I have heard of. That is what people do when they are being chased by a wild animal, yes?
Right. It is a survival thing that we have evolved past.
Right.
We can just walk. In fact, we have machines now that do the walking for us. And they're called cars and
they're
taxis.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, okay. And then we had the stuff with Ko. And that was the thing that I was really glad that we got, especially considering, even though I didn't realize it at the time, that this is the final episode of the season proper, because, well, Ko was just introduced last episode.
Yeah.
And Ko and Now are adorable, and I want to see where they're sort of left off at for like the season as a whole,
Yeah. So it's that they do like spending time with each other, but specifically Now like spending time with her, and it's something that is something that he's also actively seeking out outside of the online game sphere.
And that is
something that she's okay with too.
She's lucky to have that, because since she is not communicating with Now about various certain things,
certain specifics,
right, then when he does things that are normal for him to do, right? Oh, I don't have a PC, right? So I can't game. I don't want to, interrupt my brother and all that stuff. Then she starts to freak out, because it's like, wait, did he grow bored of me, right? Like does he not want to hang out with me anymore? Was I just a bother to him? No, that's not actually what it was.
Nope.
But she might not have found that out if she wasn't,
for the fact that Naoya is very much a social butterfly and actively sought her out to be like, hey, how's it going?
Yep. Oh, I'm coming in for work. I'm early on a shift. Yeah, I'll just sort of sit down here. And she's just playing her game, and then all of a sudden, oh, you're right there and talking to me. Yes, I didn't see you there. All right, cool. Yeah.
There's this fun maturity aspect with regards to relationships that they're all at their different tiers of.
Yes.
Hanako and Kabakura have been in a relationship for 8 years or something.
Yep.
And that's really special. And thus they can hurt each other rather easily because they know how to. But also they've gone through a lot of problems and stuff together, so they know how to solve those problems relatively well in a way that leaves, each side of the relationship feeling really well, heard, listened to, and satisfied. And yet we have the new couple with Hirotaka and Narumi, where you can tell that they're kind of giddy about the whole honeymoon phase of, oh, we get to do all these things together.
Hirotaka is giddy in his own way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He fell in love with her at childhood. He gets to date her.
Yep.
In some ways,
don't you ever say that now.
Right. That was such a cool little moment of Now being like, with his little ooh mouth, like, oh, my brother is the one that actually got to be able to...
And yet, it's kind of blatantly obvious.
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay,
to everyone else.
Yeah,
but not Narumi.
Maybe not to Narumi. Yeah.
No.
Did she never figure
friends, in her mind.
Right.
Yeah. She didn't like him at that point necessarily. She definitely liked him in that they were best friends and stuff, but from her mind...
No, I know what it was that threw me off. When she made the whole deal about the earrings before, that made me think that she noticed. And granted, that would be in teenage years, so that wouldn't mean necessarily that she was his first crush or anything like that, But yeah, there was a point where she figured out that he at the very least, was jealous of the guys that she was dating.
Which, usually means that he probably liked her.
Mm-hmm.
So, we also got a little bit of a fun thing of where the characters debated, why is it then that you're so into BL? She's like, well,
why are you into Yuri?
Why are people so into Yuri? He's like,
it's basically shoujo. You'll love it.
I love how she got him to very casually just read one and be like, hey, come on.
Yeah.
You love shoujo. This is basically that, but with a fresh flavor to it.
Right.
Have fun. Enjoy it. No, it won't be super erotic. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'll start you on the easy stuff.
The soft stuff.
Right, exactly. Because what they skipped over here, because granted, wish fulfillment and all of that stuff, not a negative thing. They skipped over the whole thing of where Hanako and Narumi are like, okay, if we did get him to finally actually read one, what would be the best one? I think this one. Well, no, that one might be a bit too much for him. How about this one? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
To be fair, though, Narumi was giving her recommendations on ones that ended up being about how the story was so good and not just that it was hot and steamy and sexy. Which is kind of incredible because then she's actually got plenty of material set up that she has recently read to give to, Kabakura.
And I will say, they kind of touched on one of my favorite things favorite experience types in anime, which is when you go into something that you are, it doesn't necessarily have to be for steamy scenes or anything like that.
Domestic girlfriend show
but something where it's maybe like a simpler, lower form of
trashy,
trashy even you might say. Yes, indeed. And then it surprises you, right? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh damn, I'm really into this. That is my hands down favorite experience, and I'm so glad that they brought it up here.
I only gagged instead of coughing when I huffed this trash pile. It's amazing.
No. You end up realizing that I like this smell of trash.
I like this smell of shit. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
What a wonderful dysfunction.
What a wonderful world we live in, where that can be a thing, and
entire
people,
genres are built around it.
Indeed, and people making a story about nerds and doing stuff that will be relatable to the audience is then able to throw that in there as a nice little bonus.
As a nice little bonus, yeah. And I also thought it was very just kind of perfect in that she's like, you like Cardcaptor Sakura, don't you? And he's just like, oh, no. Like, I love the way in which she kind of poked at him, but still, like, pulled back, and then, in some ways, went from needle to full-on, like surgical precision, and just said, well, I get it. You don't like saying that you like things. I understand. You like to share these things with yourself, or keep these things to yourself and not really share them with others. I get that. And he's just like, oh, like,
please stop.
Yeah, one of the benefits of being in a relationship for a very long time is that you have areas that your vulnerabilities, not your vulnerabilities, your insecurities came out into the light fully because you were so vulnerable with that person. Right. And because of that, you can tell that she is not being disrespectful or derisive or kind of making fun of it.
She's genuinely trying
to connect with him through his insecurities. And he's like, oh, that hurts. Yep, I know that is who I am. Yep,
right.
I am like that a lot. Oh, it hurts, but you have to say it. Come on. But then she genuinely reached out to him and was patient and was like, hey, but I think you'll really get a lot out of it. Well, and I'm not asking for you to become a huge fan of it necessarily. Just, let me know what you think about it.
Right. And also she followed up the you like to keep things to yourself that you like with I'm not like that.
Right. Yeah. Essentially, yeah.
And I can't remember if she actually said that or
she
if
didn't
that was
say that.
Yeah, it was just
that was something that we were reading between the lines of.
Right. And I'm guessing he probably also was reading between the lines, and that's why he was like, okay.
Well, it's Kabakura.
Well, but it's not Hirotaka.
No, it's Kabakura.
Okay. I'm actually curious about this now. Kabakura or Hirotaka? who is more of a baka emotionally?
They're pretty baka.
They're pretty baka, but I feel like Kabakura, when it comes to maybe just because it's a long relationship, you know,
we're talking like minute differences.
But minute differences when you're at absolute zero is a lot.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Going from absolute zero to 5 degrees, that's
no. When the spectrum goes all the way up to 1,000, it's like
but they're living in the
they're both in the bottom like 25.
Yeah.
If this thing is a spectrum from 1 to 1,000, they are each in below the 25 range with regards to, you know, reading between the lines. So the difference between 14 and 21 or something, it might be 50% more.
Yeah,
but it's 50% more of a spectrum in that regard. So it might as well be the same thing. To the
I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, I don't like that line of thinking.
I think it was maybe one of his rarer moments, but I think he read into that, and that's why he was like, okay.
Yeah,
let me see.
Yeah, I wholly disagree. I think that Kabakura is one of those characters that has the self-awareness to know when he's screwed up something with Hanako.
Sure, like with the, you know, let's invite everyone else.
But but that has nothing to do with him as a person. That's the fact that he spent 8 years with her.
No, I know.
So I would say
8
they're
years
about
is
equal.
a long time.
Yeah, and that has nothing to do with how his abilities are in the objective sense.
The true debate of this show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But hey, we'll get more stuff with them in the OVAs.
That's true.
And I really, really want to see Ko's or Sakuragi Ko's and Naoya's relationship develop into something that is an actual relationship beyond just acquaintances and stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Because right now, it's basically just they're
unrequited love, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And we got to see a little bit of the frustrations from Ko's side of, oh, young man.
Yeah, and I can't believe I didn't get.
You didn't what?
I didn't get right away why Ko was upset, because I was like, oh, okay, yeah, socially awkward and all that stuff. Some random person comes up and talks to you. See, it's all the BL talk, right? I'm just like, oh yeah. No, it's cosplay, you know. It's no big deal.
Gotcha.
But no. Immediate insecurities because there's a guy that she likes that doesn't even know that she's a girl.
Right.
Yeah.
And now with all of them having kind of met each other, because they all bumped through the not Starbucks at the same time. There is precedent now for them to see Ko and Naoya together in the future and be like, wait a minute.
Indeed.
Wait a minute.
And there is also potential precedent for now to be like, oh, they were asking about this thing. Ko, who was your first love?
I love that.
And then it just...
I loved that. The way Ko was like, wait, did someone say whatever the character was and stuff?
Uh-huh.
But I loved that moment of like, oh, what was your first crush, your first love? Mm-hmm. And like, we don't like talking about that. Okay.
2D.
2D. Bam, bam, bam.
Each person.
Bam. Everyone knows immediately.
That's
it's so good. Did you recognize any of the names? Were any of them? Because someone said that they're like, I thought you liked someone, and it was like Sakura or something like that.
Well, yeah,
and that's okay, that's a pretty common
Captain
name.
Sakura, you know.
Right, and that's a pretty common name, so it could be a whole bunch of things. But I didn't recognize any of the others.
Yeah, no, I'm.
It seems like the kind of story though that would make in-universe real references.
One of them sounded familiar. I think it was Yuki Amane. But
I don't know.
Yeah,
I just didn't recognize any of them, so I was wondering if you did.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
But okay, so y'all, next episode, it's an OVA. So if you want to see the next reaction for the OVA, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.